600 micro sprint ranks. And so we've got a good panel with us. To my left, we've got Kodiak Hawkinsmith and Braden Mickley. Thank you, gentlemen. And to my right, we've got Mr. Randy Kunkel and Travis Kaiser. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate you being out here. And that's the point here. Landscape changing a bit in 2024 with the addition of the group bid Motorplex. Any guys plan on showing up there at any point?
Yeah, so our plan is to run Clyde Martin until BAPS opens up their new track, and then that'll be our new home track per se. So we're looking forward to it. It's a little bit closer to us, and I think I don't expect it to be anything less than a great facility. So I think it'll be a really, really awesome track.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, so you guys all run wing?
Yeah, we're going to be primarily wingless this year with some wing shows here and there. We just want to experiment something wingless and kind of get a feel for that. Me learning driving style in wingless and things like that. So we'll see how it's
going. Yeah, I think it was 2022 that Mickley Motorsports was established.
Yeah, so we bought our 270 the end of 2022. Last year was our first full season.
Okay, so it's going to go back to, I guess, Randy's comment about an addiction. I don't mean this in a dark light, but it just seems like racers say, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to go racing. And the next thing you know, it just explodes.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get hooked, that's for sure. I grew up around it. I was going to the races with my dad from a really young age at Lincoln Speedway, full-size sprints and stuff like that. So it had always been a passion and a dream to eventually race. And it just finally worked out there at the end of 2022 that we were able to get stuff together to go racing.
So you guys started with a 270 in a mower shed with a handful of replacement parts. And the following year, you had a new shop, new to you, with 3 complete 600 micros.
Yeah,
someone has a race car problem.
Yeah, so whenever we started, we were at my house in our backyard shed, and then we actually moved. My dad owns a farm, so we moved into the one shop building up there. Kodiak's car's house there as well. We kind of help each other out a little bit. So this is one of those complete micros sitting there.
I love it.
Yeah, we expanded pretty quick.
Yeah. It's time to go, right? All right.
Absolutely.
Good. You know, one of the other themes that we touched on today during a number of our roundtables is, I want you guys to weigh in on this, but I'm going to start here with Braden. The impact of social media. You know, how do you use it? How do you promote yourself, the sport, that type of thing? You've got a nice presence on YouTube already. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we try to do our best with posting on social media as much as possible, mainly for our sponsors, just to get their name out there. And, you know, they support us, so we do what we can to try to give back to them and get them business, along with posting, you know, our results and things like that for everybody to follow along with us. So we do what we can. Going to try to do a little bit more social media stuff this year and be more active on there to better publicity for sponsors and ourselves.
Yeah, one of the cool things, you know, about your posting there was you guys had a year in review, and your wife assembled that for you. Beautifully done. Some really nice highlights with a musical soundtrack with it. Pretty interesting. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, one of the things I may have seen on there was, I think there was a post about Kids Night. Is that at Path?
Yeah, Kids Night at Path Valley, yeah.
How cool is that? I mean, I seem to recall some photographs and some clips of you guys are signing autographs, taking pictures with the fans. How important is that type of thing for the sport?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's huge. I think it's awesome to have young kids come out and want to be involved and excited about it. To see them excited about the sport, they're the next generation. So, yeah, I mean, it's awesome having the fans out there and having them right there close to the cars to check everything out and see the drivers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, what's your 2024 shaping up to look like, and what would you consider to be a successful campaign for the year?
Yeah, so we're going to be at Clyde Martin there on Saturday nights until the group bid opens up, and then we'll be there on Fridays. I'm hoping for a solid first year in the 600, a couple top 10, a couple top 5s maybe. I mean, a win would be great.
On that year in review, I love the honesty of it. You know, there was a clip in car, and you're coming through the corner. I guess you're at half, right? Coming off a 2, and the car shoots up the banking, and you're riding along as he goes into the wall. And the reason I had to chuckle was not because the man crashed, because that happens, but on the screen, the characters come up and it says, "My first wreck," and I'm like, that's awesome. I just love the being real, you know, because that's racing. You know, if you're not pushing it, but you had a parts failure, didn't you? Never have it?
Yeah, a funny story behind that. We were actually at a rented practice day at Bath Valley whenever it happened, so that kind of sucked. We weren't actually even racing. But yeah, steering arm broke, and I lost all my steering, and right on into the turn 2 wall. So it was not a great way to start the year, but it happens.
Get that out of the way early. That's the way I look at it. Tulsa Shootout. I know you guys are just getting started, but is that on your radar? And you know, is that on your wish list? Is that something that someday you look ahead and say, you know what, that'd be a fun trip. That'd be a nice challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely something me and my car owner and my crew have talked about doing. We've been kind of meeting back and forth, whether it'll be 5 years, next year, who knows when. But it's definitely on the wish list to go out, like those guys said, not for the money, but just for the prestige and the fact that you ran there and the experience of it all. So at some point down the road, we'll probably be making a trip out.
Well, fellas, certainly appreciate you coming up today. It's been a lot of fun. Been really insightful. And wish you guys all the best as you move from the 270s into the 60s.